So we're hanging out here in the gym lobby.
Yeah, it's a nice gym lobby.
It is nice, and I just wish I could hang here after school,
But you can't.
but I can't no more for some reason.
Mm. You know why?
Why?
Because they made a new policy where you cannot stay after school unless you're an athlete, like in this area. Like you could stay after, like if you're going to a teacher or whatever, but you're not allowed to hang out here anymore.
Yeah, so why can't you hang out here anymore? This is a pretty cool place.
I have no idea.
People like to hang out here.
Yeah, like I think Mr. Palladino is doing an interview about it right now upstairs.
I think you are correct.
So I think you guys should go check it out.
So let's go find out about that because I want to know when I can and can't be here because I like hanging out here.
Yeah, we're pretty much friends here.
Yeah, so go look at that interview.
Go check.
Hi, I'm John Maxey, here talking with our athletic director, Mr. Palladino, about the consequences that students will face that are caught hanging out in the athletic lobby that shouldn't be. Mr. Palladino, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So why is this issue such a problem?
Well, we're getting into the winter season now, where we have basketball and wrestling and swimming and winter track. They're going to be in the lobby area after school for practice. So we want to make sure those areas are clear and the students that are there are supervised as they should be throughout the school day.
So what students are allowed to be in the athletic lobby after school?
Only those that are actually supervised by coaches or if they're supervised by a club advisor, if they're in the area for something.
So if they're not on a sports team, they shouldn't be in the athletic lobby?
Well, if they're not supervised, they
Okay.
shouldn't be in the athletic lobby. So even if they're on a sports team, but their practice doesn't start till 5, they shouldn't be in the lobby unless they're directly supervised by a coach. Same thing with any club member that's in the building, they should be supervised by that club advisor.
Okay.
We have to just make sure everyone's accounted for after school hours.
Students that are caught that shouldn't be down there, what consequences are they going to face?
Well, they would be referred to discipline. There would be a verbal warning first, where you're supposed to be, let's get to where we're supposed to be. And if they're waiting for a bus, shouldn't you be in activity that you're waiting for the late bus? Late buses will continue on at 4:15 and then the sports late bus at 5:15 during the winter time. But if it persists to be a problem, they'll be referred to discipline and they'll handle it from there.
Okay. Who's going to be monitoring the athletic lobby?
Well, we have coaches down there. Myself and our athletic staff will also have the building security. They'll be there. They'll be present as they usually are, just to make sure that everyone's accounted for and everyone that's in the building should be in the building.
So how will you be able to tell the difference between a student athlete and someone that shouldn't be down there?
Well, they'll have a coach with them, or they'll have an adult supervising them. If we have a bunch of students, or they're just hanging out and doing things that are being disruptive, we'll have to face that. And also with the YMCA using the pool during the evening hours, that's another thing. We have to make sure we know who's in the building at this point and what they're there for.
So by reinforcing these policy now, what's your goal of it?
Well, it's to continue to keep a safe building, first and foremost. The doors are meant to be closed and are only there for people coming in. During the wintertime, it presents a little bit more of a challenge because we have most of our events taking place in the gym and swim areas, so we'll have personnel in place to monitor those entryways. But also then with the kids and the students in the building, in the athletic portion of the building specifically, and we have to make sure they're accounted for.
Well, by reinforcing these consequences again, do you feel that the problem's going to stop?
Well, we hope so. We hope so. It's a manageable problem. It's a manageable issue if everyone cooperates with it. So only time will tell.
Has it been a problem this year? Has the problem been worse this year more than years past?
I'm not sure. My first fall here.
Okay.
But it was an issue towards the end of the fall season specifically. So that's why we started reinforcing it now as we head into the wintertime.
Yeah. Do you have a message to those students that are hanging out in the athletic lobby that shouldn't be?
It's just let's make sure we know where we're supposed to be, when we're supposed to be there. And if you're in the building, that should be for a specific reason, supervised, by an adult, by an approved advisor or coach.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it.
All right. Thank you, Mr.
All
Palladino.
right, thank you.
I'm John Maxey, here talking with our athletic director, Mr. Palladino, about the consequences that students will face who are caught in the athletic lobby that should not be there. Now back to the Eagles Eye.